Hi everybody, welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. I am Lorraine Tierney and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live in the northeastern part of the United States in Warner, New Hampshire, and I want to show you a really quick, fun Valentine treat that you can make in the next couple of days and have ready to go on Valentine's Day. This is something that would be really easy to make with just about anything in your stash. Let me just see if I can get that a little straighter. And I just want to say thank you for joining me. If you're here with me live, please say hello so I know who's watching. And thank you if you watch the replay. And I'm always pleased to see if you let me know then too. And if you're new, please let me know where you're from and welcome. I'm happy that you have found me. All right, so this is what we're going to make. It is a cute little treat holder. This one is holding 4 Hershey Kisses, and I'm a milk chocolate girl, so I have milk chocolate in them. And to open it, you would just untie that ribbon, and there are your 4 Hershey Kisses. They're held on there with glue dots. It's not super duper strong, but it's certainly strong enough. And then it just closes and ties up like this. Let me see if I can tie this bow on camera. You can slide the bow around a little bit when you're done. There you go. And that's that one. This one is a little bit bigger, you can see. And this one holds some mini peanut butter cups. This has 3 of the the Reese's peanut butter cups inside them. And I had to put these on dimensionals. They were a little bit tougher to put in there because you need to put them in upside down to go with the triangular shape. So they needed a little bit something with more substance to hold them in there. So I'll show you how we make those. They're just a little bit different in the size of the paper that you use and in the storing. Hi, Melanie. And I will give you all these measurements later. So this is a piece of the country gingham paper, and I'm going to use this red side. But think about Easter, think about St. Patrick's Day, any birthday parties, any other treat. It would be so easy to make these. Hi, Joanne. So you're going to start with a piece of paper that's 4 inches by 5 inches. So this one does not have a direction. It doesn't matter which way it goes. It is the 5-inch side that's going to wrap up like this. So if your paper did have a direction that you wanted, it's landscape, the pattern going this way, you would want it to be correct when you're cutting the 4-inch side. But we're going to put the 5-inch side up here, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4, and then every 1 1/4 inches after that. Now it's DSP. It's not as thick as cardstock, so I'm going to score it a little bit more gently, and I'm scoring it on the side I want to see. So 1 1/4, 2 1/2, and 3 3/4, and that leaves you a 1 1/4 space right there. So that's all you need to do with that. I seem to have misplaced my bone folder, so I'm going to just use my fingers to do this, and it's not really critical on this one. So here is your little triangular box. It's just going to fold over. I wanted to dress up the corners just a little bit, so I'm using the Very Best Trio punch. This punch isn't in any of the catalogs, but it is still available. You just search for that online, and it cuts 3 different things. So I'm just going to trim the edges, put this little decorative You can see it against the white decorative edge on there. Whoops. On both corners. There you go. Okay. I haven't moved it. Got some paper stuck in there. There we go. And then I'm going to use the ribbon slit one to make a hole for where my ribbon is going to go. And I'm just going to get that centered right here. I'm going to put this corner back in because it didn't seem to cut that one quite right. There we go. Okay, so there's my two corners and my little ribbon slit. I'm going to find my glue dots and my candy, and we're just going to put those inside. Yeah, I'm going to use my scissors to pick up the glue dots. And with 4 of them, you're going to pretty much go from edge to edge. And I'm putting them on the second section from the bottom. Whoops. And so you can just check. Oh, this glue dot is sticking to everything but the foil. You just check by folding it up and making sure that's in the right place. I could put the glue dot on the paper, but what if I don't get it in the right spot? Much easier to put it this way. Is anybody planning to watch the Super Bowl tonight? Well, I'm taking a big chance even saying that the Super Bowl is tonight because I guess I don't even really know that for sure. And no, I won't be watching it. Okay, so those go just like that. I have a piece of real red ribbon here. This piece is probably a little long. It is about, it's about 15 inches long. It's the end of my roll, so I'm just going to use what I have. And I'm going to put it through that little opening. And I like the longer piece in my left hand. Whoops, let's go around here. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to go around. I don't like to tie bows on camera. It makes me think about it too much and not do it automatically. When I do it automatically, I tend to get a much nicer bow. But we'll see what happens. Not too bad. So 15 inches on the Hershey Kisses one is just a little bit long. And I have to tell you, I just ordered a new pair of scissors. I think I've had the same pair of Stampin' Up! Paper snips, they call them, or scissors, since I started making cards and doing Stampin' Up! Stuff around 2011. What a difference a new pair of scissors makes. My scissors had gotten quite dull. They weren't cutting the ends of the ribbon very well. They'd get to the far end and they would leave it a mess. So a new pair of scissors is well worth the investment. All right, and then I've just been using part of the leftover piece of paper for the sentiment. So this is the other side of that paper, and I'm going to slide it down on this double oval punch and cut out a piece right there. And then I'm going to use this Thanks a Bunch carrot set. This is one of the free items you can get with Celebration, and it has a love you stamp. Well, I just want the love, so I'm going to color it with my marker. This is I hope it's a black. What color did I grab? Basic black marker. You can see I was trying to do it with ink and make sure that I didn't ink up the U part, and it was a little bit tricky. I was getting some smudges. So I'm just going to go over this a couple of times. I'm using the brush end gently. Give it a little moisture, and then I'm going to stamp it a little bit to the right. There you go. So we have love there. And let me grab a dimensional. And put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this, and then I'm going to tuck it under the ribbon a little bit. It's just the right size for the front. And I'll pull my ribbon up, and there you have a little treat box that says love. Hi, Marianne. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So to make the bigger one for the peanut butter cups is almost the same. We'll do a couple of those together, or one of those together. Let me move this out of the way. This one is going to start with a piece of 4 by 6 paper. So it's not any wider this way, but it needs to be a little bit bigger to go around the kisses. And the print is going to go, the hearts are going to go this way. So some of these hearts are upside down and some are right side up based on the pattern. So 4 by 6, and we're going to start with the 6-inch side across the top. And this time we're going to score it every 1.5 inches. And again, I'm scoring on the paper I want to see, the side I want to see when we're done. So 1.5, 3, 4.5. And then I have a 1.5 piece left. Okay, and then we'll just, this is from the Country Floral Lane pack of paper. All right, and we're gonna do the corners again. There we go. And I want to show you something. I actually just noticed that these two corners are not the same. I think I should be flipping my paper over when I'm still going to use that one, but I'll show you on this when I use this punch. So I'm going to put one corner in, and now I'm going to flip it over to the other side when I put the second corner in, and now my edges are the same. Can you see that? I didn't notice that I was doing that before, but the other two are not the same. I'm going to use it anyway because I don't think anybody will mind or notice. If they want to give it back to me because my corners don't match, they can. All right, so now I'm just going to put a dimensional on basically on the top of each of these peanut butter cups because I need to turn them over. Okay, and we're going to put these in the second space up. So I'm going to start in the middle because there's just 3 with this one, and put one on either side. And apparently I didn't get that very much into the middle. The dimensional stayed down, but I could move my candy over a little bit. Okay, so those are in place. Oops, I forgot to do my ribbon pull. So I'll just put that in. try to center it. There we go. And for this one, I'm going to use the pale papaya ribbon. I forget what this is called. There's another part of the name to this, open weave or something like that. It's not exactly the same color as the petal pink, but I think it's close enough. I tried to color it, and I thought it looked a little bit too orangey. I feel like petal pink goes to the orange anyway, and so I don't want to make it too orangey. Hi, Courtney. Yes, the Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Got to get to those. Some people will say, what about allergies? I plan to only give these to adults. So I'm trusting that if an adult has a peanut butter allergy, they will pass it on to somebody else. If I were going to make these for a classroom or preschool, I would, that's a mess. I would not use peanut butter. But since they're going to adults, the post office, maybe at the library, if I visit the library Tuesday with my grandson, and I'll give my daughter some to give out at the hospital. Okay, like I said, tying a bow on camera is never easy for me, so my tails are not even. I'll have to trim that. But this open weave ribbon does tie a pretty good bow. And now, where is my scrap of that paper? I don't seem to have that right here. Hold on 1 second. Here it is. This is why I don't have it here, because I really don't want to stamp on that. I will cut, I think I'll cut a scalloped circle out of that. There's a little bit more room on this one, so I can do a scallop circle, and I'm going to grab a scrap of white. Of course, I can't find a scrap of white. To do a smaller circle on. I don't want to put this whole thing in there. So I'll just cut off a little piece. Oh, Melanie, thank you for the support with the bows. They're not easy, are they? Under any circumstances. We need your friend Patty to tie our bows. She's a great bow tire. I was thinking about trying a little of the Sweet Sorbet ink on this one, because it's a little bit red, but I think it has enough orangey tint to it or other color that I can get away with it with the petal pink. Let's see. If not, we'll cut another one. So I'm using my marker again. I'll just go over it a couple of times. Give it a little breath. And I think that's a light enough pink. I'm going to use it. So this is the only adhesive that we've used. We've used whatever's holding the candy down, and then dimensionals for our treat holder. It's pretty quick and pretty easy. You know what I will be doing this afternoon? I am going to try to use up the whole bag of peanut butter cups without eating any more of them. I have had a few, and all of the Hershey Kisses. So there you have the little treat holders. in 2 different sizes. I will pop the paper size and the scoring dimensions in the description of this in just a minute. But I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you'll like it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you would like any help making cards or 3D projects at home, if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. I'm happy to send you a catalog or help you in any way you'd like. Thanks very much for watching today. Nobody confirmed that it's Super Bowl Sunday. Courtney might know. Is it Super Bowl Sunday, Courtney? I think it is. If you're watching the Super Bowl tonight, have fun. I hope you have some good snacks and enjoy the commercials. That's what I say. All right. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.